Alright, today I'm going to show you how to assemble our cable machine, the XMARK FT9040. Alright, this is what you'll receive. Big old crate. Okay, I went on and took everything out of the crate and have it laid out. Check, make sure nothing's missing or anything. You have your two sides, which are pretty much assembled already. The cables are already routed. You have your shrouds right here, and then your connecting frame and your pull-up bars. I did go ahead, I like to do this first, is to go ahead and get all the plates, line them up with the top plate to keep them all straight, and I go ahead and apply all the stickers. It's a little easier to do it beforehand. All right, let's get this thing going. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stand up the sides here. Do need to pop the feet on first. It's little rubber feet. They just snap on. And you can tell that we have these holes here. Those are going to be facing the inside. So this will be on the left and this piece will be on the right. All right, so I had some help just to help be a little more safe. We stood up both sides, kind of finagle them around to where they lined up. It's best to go ahead and start with the attachment holder support frame. It's kind of in the middle and it just helps keep it standing. And then we went on and did the bottom support frame and the pull-up bar. It takes 6 bolts and the others take 4. But once you get that there, go ahead and hand tighten them down and it will draw the frames to the exact position they need to be. And now is the time that you want to go ahead and make sure that's where you want it, because we're about to put the weights on, and once you get those on, you're not going to move it. I probably will scoot it over a little bit more over here and then put the weights on. All right, next step. All right, next step, we're going to attach the lower guard. You want to make sure that this opening side, there's one side that doesn't have an opening, one side that does. The opening side faces the inside of the unit, and then you just attach it with those screws that were there. All right, now we got both of the bottom pieces on. We're going to start putting the weights on, and you just simply get your guide rods and just place it in the hole there. We're going to eventually, when we're done, we're going to take off this piece. Can you see in there? We're going to take this piece off and then put the guide rods into these holes and then attach it back. But for now, we just need to slide the weights down. All right, now we're going to take off this piece, insert the guide rods into their holes, and then attach the bracket back. All right, we've got the weight stack added to one side and the guide rods attached. Now we're just going to move on and do the same thing to the other side. All right, now that we got both sides done, we're going to go ahead and remove the plastic from the handle and just let the handle hang down. We're going to remove the top plate pulley, and you can remove this bracket, and whenever you reinstall it, you can just leave that off. It's not needed. But we're going to remove this top plate pulley, and we're going to get our cable and run it down underneath it and reattach it. All right, we got the weight stack on, cable's attached, and now we can kind of use it there. Only last step is to put the shroud on. All right, when you're doing the shroud, you're gonna have 4 pieces with the little metal strip on the side. Those will go in the front. Something else you might wanna do is go ahead and make sure that your threaded clips are lined up to the holes. Sometimes in shipping, they'll kind of get adjusted. Just make sure that they're lined up. And the shrouds here on the edge, it's kind of hard to see, they will end up clipping here. So they'll snap in there, and in the end, we'll tighten these down and it'll hold it there. All right. All right, for the back shroud, it's the same thing as the front. You're just going to connect the 2 plastic pieces with this little metal piece. It has little grooves and it just slides down. If I can show you there, yeah, it'll just slide down in these little grooves here. All right, one final step is whenever you get it, you want to come down here and screw these in to where it's nice and snug against the floor. All right, that's it. Assembly is complete. It took about an hour, but yeah, pretty easy.